Yo, world, it's your boy Mike T. I'm hosting this week in the Man Cave Sports Podcast. You never know what you're going to get when I'm hosting. We about to have a whole bunch of fun. So drop that beat.
Doing the keys on this shit now.
Yes. Round of applause, people. As G Money would say, it's your boys here in the Man Cave Sports Podcast. I am your humble host this week, Mike T, and I'm here with my guys. Hey, up to my left, see, it would be Jay Jones. Jay Jones, holla at these people, man.
What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling? Jay Jones in the building. Jay Jones on all 4 social media platforms, IG, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook.
And to my right, the man, the myth, G Money. How you doing, man?
Doing good, y'all. It's a beautiful Thursday night. Full moon out here right now on the East Coast. Probably out on the West Coast too, I'm guessing, right? That's how it works.
I don't know.
Hey.
We might gotta look that up. That might be.
It's your boy G Money.
I was gonna do that too.
G-Money Caveman. Yes, find me on Twitter. We out here.
Hey, yeah, that's what I'm about to get to next. Where can they find you guys? Go ahead, G Money. You first, since you kicked it off.
Hey, on Twitter at G Money Caveman, all spelled officially. Blue check next to the name. It's official, folks. Holla at your boy.
And Jay Jones, where can they find you, man?
Y'all can find me in the Man Cave Sports Podcast group on Facebook, and then Jay Jones on Twitter, Facebook, IG, and TikTok as long as it lasts. You dig?
Hey, and you can find me on Twitter, Mike T304. You can find me on Facebook, Michael Turner, and on IG, Bryce is back.
Hey.
But let's get into some sports, fellas. Let's get into some sports because matter of fact, before we get into some sports, how was everybody's week?
It was cool. Some challenges early in the week, but at the end of the day, man, all is well. Can't complain. Glad to be here with you guys. Shout out my man C Coop. Happy birthday. By the time you hear this, it'll be past, but happy birthday, big homie.
Happy birthday.
Yes,
and
sir.
G Money, what's up, man? How you?
I feel like I had a story to tell this week, and it just brain fart right here, man. Brain fart. I'm telling you, it's too many things going on in this brain of mine. It's just all over the place. Too many times. I don't know what to say sometimes. We're working out here. But hey, it's been a good week for the most part. It's Thursday. Next day is Friday. It gets better. And when you listen to us, it's Saturday. Who hates a Saturday, man? You know? Let's rock.
Hey, man. And listen, it's been a lot going on in sports this week, especially the NBA playoffs. So that's where we're going to start. Hey, man, listen. NBA playoffs have started right now as we record. The Nuggets are up 2-0. As we record, the Heat are up. The Heat are in the Knicks are 1-1. Philly and the Boston is 1-1. Also, the Lakers and the Warriors are on while we're recording right now. So it's 1-0 right now. Could be 2-0, could be 1-1. Listen, man, it's been the first round was good. Well, there were some good matchups that we all thought it was going to be some good matchups. But one thing I will point out, there's someone that's not here today.
Ooh.
That in one of those first round matchups, he was ducking. He was ducking. So, fellas, let's get into these playoffs, man. Let's get into these playoffs. What y'all think so far? Where y'all think we're going with it? Let's go with G Money. You start first, man.
Hey, he left the person unnamed. I'll name it. Wild Card Ma. Where you at? I want to see you on. I want to see you on Twitter Live, IG Live, Facebook Live. Put a short out there. You owe me some pushes to the ground, my man. Dub. Let's go.
AJ, clip that.
Light the beam.
Hey, yeah, shut the beam down, baby. Shut the beam down. Hey, talk about that though. Hey, Draymond came out with disrespect. He said, "Sabonis, yo, you gotta pay your respects to the team that beat you and stuff." But I'm off topic right now, Mike. Which match are we talking about?
I mean, like I said, I wanted to know what do you think so far about the playoffs? Where do you
Okay.
think the playoffs are going to go? I just want everything, just give me some. We will dance around on this because the first round is over, so it's really not for us to talk about. But there were some things that we, since the last time we recorded, Steph dropping 50 in the game 7. Again, the Nuggets being up 2-0. Who saw that? It's some things going on. So just touch on whatever you like to touch on. We're gonna get to these playoffs because I got some questions as well.
I
Wait,
bet.
D.
Well, hey, first round is over, like Mike said. I think second round matchup is going to be a lot better, honestly. A lot of first round blowouts kind of thing, 4-1, 4-1, all through the boards, pretty much. A couple 4-2s, and only one game 7 in the opening end. Chef Curry out there, the GOAT, right? Dropping 50 in game 7, the most ever in a game 7.
Yeah.
Like, he is him. Him is I. Steph is that guy. Like, let's be real out here. He is probably, I mean, the greatest point guard of all time. We can have that argument, I feel like now. And there's gonna be a lot of pushback.
Yeah, his name is Magic Johnson.
Yeah, Magic Johnson is pretty clutch. He's pretty nice. He's pretty nice with it. Don't get it twisted. But I mean, for all these people that say LeBron is the GOAT, I mean, this next generation better be fucking vocalizing and just beating that drum for Steph Curry, the way he performs, the way he put his team on his back. That game 7, like, look, we're winning game 7, whether y'all making shots or not, because I'm gonna fucking make my shots. And there's gonna be a lot of them that are going in the bucket. So I love seeing that.
Let me ask you this, G. Before I go to you, Jay. Let me ask you this, G. Where do you rank that performance, that game 7 performance, and your playoff performances you've seen?
I mean, it's the first round. Let's put that into context. It's the first round, so it can't be elevated over a lot of player performances that happen in the finals, the conference finals. Those are bigger moments, as they would say, and as they should be said upon that. But I mean, it's win or go home in game 7, no matter which way you look at it. So to put your team on your back and put up 50 is a great performance. I can't put it in perspective like top 10 wise with a lot of other performances, I guess. But no matter, like I said, it's one of the greatest performances you're going to see these playoffs. I'll put it that way.
Got you. Jay Jones, man. Jumping this thing, man. What you think about the playoffs, the first round, second round? Where you think we're going?
The playoffs it's been pretty good. Y'all spoke on it was only one game 7. I was disappointed with a lot of the injuries that took place in the first round. A lot of the star players have been out. You know what I'm saying? We all know about the Clippers. We've seen Giannis, Jimmy, Tyler Hero all go out. Ja went out. So on that perspective, it's been a little disappointing. But it's been pretty decent. We've seen some great performances. Your man playoff Jimmy buckets, Hemi Butler, dropped 56. G's pointed out Steph Curry did his thing. We just saw, well, that's second round, but Anthony Davis. But it's been some good playoff moments. I enjoyed Steph cooking. I enjoyed Hemi Butler as well. It's been some great playoffs. It's been okay, but I could do without a lot of the player injuries and of course the dramatics with Draymond stepping on Sabonis. But it was good to see Sacramento. I like seeing new blood in the playoffs though.
It sucks they had to face the Warriors game for opening round. That sucks for them because they had a great season, and for them to go out like that in the first round with Coach of the Year, with Clutch Player of the Year, with GM of the Year, and you're out in the first round. That's tough pill to swallow out there.
That is tough.
And Mike's boys got Milwaukee out, and they just fired their coach. So we had
Yeah.
some upsets as well.
Well,
So
well, hold on now. Hold on now.
Mike's got the keys to the bus.
Hey, now 24/7 clock. Something I heard today that's been tossed around, and I wanted to get you guys' opinion. But 24 seconds, that's it. Do you think the NBA should reseed the playoffs once the playoffs start? G Money, you first.
What do you let me ask a question first. What do you mean reseed the playoffs? How, like
So
what?
instead of it being the 1 seed, everybody gets reseeded. Somehow, I don't know how you would reseed it, but it wouldn't always be 1 versus 8. It'd be because, for example, in fairness, Phoenix has to play the Nuggets now.
Right.
And come on now. That's not right. So it's like I'm not saying I'm for it. I'm just asking you guys 24 seconds.
All right. I mean, the only way I would say reseeding will possibly be like the highest seeds get to pick who their first round opponent is. I think that would be the closest thing, kind of thing.
Okay.
But hey, second round, we got a seed 1 through 8 in the second round. First time ever in NBA playoffs.
mhm.
Jay Jones, quick. You got 24 seconds.
I think they should just. I guess I would like to kind of see it just like the March Madness tournament, like kind of. I don't know if that's reseeding it or not, but instead of East and West, just have the best team. You know what I'm saying? Just 16 teams, and then go from there. Figure it out from there.
And my fault, G. I think that's what they were saying. I think they were saying forget the East and West. You can pick the best East, the 8 teams from the East, the best 8 teams from the West, but then you reseed it. I think that's what they were saying.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So it's just like East and West all together in one bracket type thing.
Yeah.
Correct. Well, I guess they might still split it to make it. I don't know. I have no clue what they do. But so my next 24-second shot clock question is, Jay mentioned it earlier. Do you think that it was the right move for Coach Bud to get fired from the Bucks?
Who
Jay,
going?
let's go first, Jay.
Yeah, they needed to move on. He only reason he got extended is because they got a chip. He was on the hot seat before they won the chip. He got the chip, so they gave him a little longer. Now they had a first round exit. I did hear that he had a close death in his family or a close
Brother.
friend. But yeah, it was time for him to go.
G Money.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough situation there. Like Jay was speaking on, his brother passed away at the same time. It's tough way to get the boot. You got out coached in first round, and your team didn't look like they knew what they were doing at times. Like Giannis is bringing up the ball, falling down that last play, and Grayson Allen takes your last shot. I hope you didn't call that in the huddle. Shit.
He called Grayson Allen that's crazy. Me personally, my favorite thing about the playoffs, you know what it's been, Heat game. So I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying it. The playoffs been good. Jay brought up the point about the injuries that have sucked. That's kind of affected some of the series. Because I think that if the Clippers were full strength, they might not have won, but it definitely would have went 7.
It would have went a lot farther, yeah.
Yeah, it would have went a lot further, and that would have slowed down. You know, we get put some miles on some people for the playoffs. You know, in the playoffs, every minute counts. Every rest minute counts. So, I wish we could have seen a lot more teams at full strength. Ja getting hurt really kind of helped make. I think the Lakers was. I told y'all before. I thought the Lakers was going to win regardless, but you know.
But you picked Memphis.
I did pick Memphis. I said, but I did say.
You did say something like that. You remembered your words right.
Yeah.
He was going with the Memphis Lakers.
Yeah, I went with the Memphis Lakers, but at the same time, I kind of knew they weren't going to win. As soon as I saw that matchup, I was like, okay, they would have won against the Timberwolves, they would have won. But yeah, moving on. Fit things up a little bit. Speaking of Memphis, under no circumstances will Dylan Brooks be back with the Memphis Grizzlies next year. And I've never, under any circumstances, have heard a team tell us that beforehand Like then I've never seen a team put in any circumstances in anything.
At all.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. But do you guys agree with the decision? Or do you what do you think? What is your guys' opinion on it? Let's start with Jay Jones. Dylan Brooks is definitely out in Memphis. He won't be back. They told him, clean out your locker, don't come back. He did his exit interview, he exited.
For real. I think this was poorly managed. I mean, like you mentioned, we've never heard of a player, you know what I'm saying, being told that they're not coming back at any circumstances. I understand he had a horrific playoff performance and he was recklessly talking trash. That's part of the game, talking trash. And I'm even fine if you don't want to bring him back, but I don't think that it should have been announced the way that it was. I did hear that he allegedly from Ramona Shelbourne that he reportedly asked for 25 mil per year. And that was part of the reason why they let him go. And if that's true, that's fine. Like, you can go your separate ways, but I don't think that you should go about it this way. It kind of looks like they're trying to, knock his character down. And you know how the media plays a part in players' futures. We kind of seen it with Russ. We've seen it with Melo and other players, but I don't think it was right for Memphis to announce it the way that they did. But if they want to cut ties with him, that's cool. And now it's people and reports saying that he might not even be in the NBA in the next season or two, which I think is crazy. But I didn't like the way Memphis handled that. But
So let me play devil's advocate with you real quick. You don't like the way that Memphis handled it, right?
right.
But you don't like the way Dylan Brooks was handling it over 82 games either.
I mean, trash talking is a part of the game. Do I like a lot of the dirty antics and stuff that he does? No, not really. But we've seen it. You know what I'm saying? He still averages 14, I think 14-3 or 14-5. He's okay wing defender, and you could use a wing defender in the league. You know what I'm saying? So granted, I don't agree with everything that he does, but I still don't think that he should be. I don't even agree with him getting 25 a year, but I just don't think that y'all should have been like, under any circumstances, and y'all put that out there like a day or two after they got eliminated while his name is fresh in the media. It just kind of seemed like it was a hidden agenda there.
So I'm going to go to you, G. But before I do, let me remind you, this is the franchise with the star player that had the gun. So, G,
Yeah.
do you think that might have played a part of it too? Like, they may be trying to change the culture and just putting their foot down and just saying, hey, we're not tolerating any of this anymore?
That's another take I was looking at as well. But first off, they ain't got no respect for you, brother, of Memphis. Let's talk about respect is earned, not given, as they say. And Dylan Brooks, Memphis ain't got respect for you. He did some sucker shit to you, as Jay would say right there.
That definitely is.
They definitely, like, you don't hear it. The way they pulled this shit right two couple days after they get eliminated, they're like, under any circumstances, Dylan Brooks will never return to Memphis.
Well, how do we know that they did it? How do we know that he didn't do it? They didn't say that the report said that the Memphis Grizzlies said. They just said that he would never be back under no circumstances.
Somebody gave Shams a report. Somebody gave him the report. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Dylan Brooks because, and I think he'll definitely latch on somewhere in the NBA without a doubt in my mind.
Yeah,
I think he's Draymond Jr. Like I said, people like that on your team. If you have that heart and that commitment to be on the ball defender, be that asshole, be that. Maybe he just needs to turn into like that PJ Tucker dog, that people start trading to mid-season. Like, hey, we want that guy on our team for the playoff push, defender type stuff. And he's had some great years in Memphis. Let's not get it twisted. 2 years ago, I think it was, for Memphis in the playoffs, he was averaging 24 points a game. So, like, he's done great things for this franchise, as much as this franchise has done, kind of thing, They haven't always been a big name in the playoffs, but he's been in the playoffs the past 3 years with them, so he's helped them for sure. But I do agree that I think they're trying to change the culture out there, and they don't want to be all in the media, social media this, social media that. They don't need to be the headlines of, hey, we're the bad boys of this. So getting rid of Dylan Brooks, pimp, slick back pimp, it's gonna keep your team a little more low key, maybe, as they would like to be.
I think it sends a message to Ja. I think it sends a message to everybody on that team. I think nowadays it kind of blows my mind that we are so pro athlete that you can't do nothing. You can't say nothing to these athletes because we're always defending them. We can say he's Draymond Jr., but that's the problem.
Hey, I do want to say, my bad, Mike, but I think another reason why is he didn't speak to media for after 2 games in a row. Like, that's your job. You get paid to do that. No matter what Draymond says to anybody, no matter what Pat Beverly says to anybody, they're going to get on the mic after that game and they're going to man up and talk about it, and they're going to spit words. But you got to do that. If you want to be the bad guy, you got to talk the talk.
And I think that's another reason why they did it the way they did it, because his professionalism over the last year has changed. You do mention, one of the things you did mention, G, was he's been on this team for a while and they've had some pretty good success since he's been on this team. That's a good thing to point out. But we've also seen him go from villain this way, but his game decline this way. So when you call him Draymond Jr., technically you're really calling him half a Draymond. And if you're not winning and then you're getting half a Draymond, is it worth it to keep him? So, yeah. Unfortunately, they did do it a way that it would hurt them. But to me personally, just knowing the media and just knowing how teams operate, I think is a bigger thing that's going to come out between that situation. And they jumped ahead of it, doing it their way that they did it. And we'll see what happens. But moving on something more fortunate. MVP.
MVP.
All said it. I think we all said he should win it. We all did say he should win it. We did get mad at him for a little bit because he was.
Yeah.
But,
Definitely.
MVP, Joel Embiid, man. Joel Embiid, congratulations to you from the Man Cave Sports Podcast. Fellas, what you think? Go ahead, Jay Jones. Kick this thing off, man. What you think about him?
Like you said, we all kind of wanted him to win. I know after he ducked Jokic, man, I kind of like switched and went with Giannis, but it was well deserved. I know earlier in the year he had mentioned that he didn't care about it, but he was glued to the announcement with his teammates. He won, so shout out to him. Well deserved, man. Come back and get this series, man. Y'all got smacked in the game too, but hey, y'all got one on the road. But congrats, Joel Embiid. Well deserved.
You money, what's up?
Hey, like we've been banging the drum all season for Joel Embiid, MVP, baby. Leads the league in scoring. That's what MVPs do. He puts up a double-double. He's averaging double-double as well with 10 rebounds. But the difference between him and Joker is the defense. Embiid is a force in the paint, and he is a rim protector. Joker, no, he's not a force on defense at all. He's going to get you some assists. The offense runs through him. Now, devil's advocate here. Giannis took his team to #1 seed, and he dominates all the time. I hate Giannis. Y'all know this, but got to throw it out there, right?
Such a strong word.
Hey, I don't like him. Don't like his game that much, and he gets too much praise from everybody else in the league that just like stats or not knows basketball. I feel like
sort of agree.
So, Joel Embiid MVP, well deserved. And hey, if you've been listening, I picked Philadelphia to get to the finals from the East. So we need you back in that center court right there, big man, and do what you do.
Got you. So, quick 24 seconds. Let's say that the Nuggets get to the finals and Philly doesn't. Does that kind of negate the MVP status for Embiid?
No, because Jamal Murray is the reason the Denver Nuggets get to the finals. He's been absolutely on fire this entire first round of the playoffs and is continuing through the second round. He's been out the previous couple playoffs, so it's his time and he's shining. Joker said this is Murray is carrying us.
Got you. And Jay, what you think?
I don't think so. The the MVP is based off regular season. And I just think the Nuggets just have a better overall team than Philly, but I don't think it negates what it negates Embiid's MVP trophy. Like G said, he plays both ways. Joker, not too much. So nah.
Got you. So, listen, man. Congratulations, Joel Embiid. You deserved it. You got your first one. You know, maybe many more. Who knows? But you deserved it this year. It's questionable. You might have deserved it other years, but this year you got it, and that's dope. But moving on, fellas. To are you ready for some football?
Mm.
Yes. We had our draft party. What was it, last week?
Yep.
Yep, we had a draft party last week. So the draft was last week. And man, every time I turned on the TV, the draft was on my TV. So I saw a lot of draft. And I didn't know what was going on most of it, but it was very entertaining. It was very good. Because it was very presented. Like everywhere I turned on the channel, turn on CNN, the draft. Turn the news, the draft. So listen, man. I know you guys are very big and you guys are very excited about the draft. Currently, I don't have a team. So I don't have a home, so I can't answer this question. But how do you think your teams did? And who were the winners and the losers of the draft? Let's start with G Money. I know I know your Cowboys, they did something. I don't know. It wasn't that big of a deal because I don't know what it is. I usually would know. So what did you guys do? How you think you guys did, and who were the winners and losers?
I think we did nail the draft. You know, Cowboys first rounds. We've been producing big points, not points, but big winners out of our picks every year so far consistently. So I'm not gonna doubt their pick of big man Mozzie Smith from Michigan, Jay's boy, the best run stopper in the draft, as he say. So he's gonna plug the hole, let Micah do his thing on the outside. So I'm loving that. But best story of the draft also goes to my Dallas Cowboys. I don't know if y'all seen this clip, but we got Chris Vaughn. He works as a scout for the Dallas Cowboys. He gets to call his son up, Deuce Vaughn, on the phone and draft his son for the team that he works for. It's a beautiful thing. It's like an experience that never happens to anybody out there. Tearjerker, whatever you want to call it. Everybody gets emotional watching that stuff. That's some beautiful stuff right there. And that's what sports is all about. So shout out to Chris Vaughn, Deuce Vaughn from Kansas State. Hey, let's put some work in this year, boy. Let's go. I'll come back to some winners and losers, though. I had to get that off my chest.
Okay. So what's your winners and your losers?
Right now? So losers are also winners sometimes, but sometimes winners are losers. I'm killing time here because Seattle, I think, is definitely a winner for me. He was able to pick up JSN late in there, and they also got who did get earlier. They got, I want to say, cornerback, right?
Cornerback, yeah.
Devin Witherspoon. He was the first corner off the board, so they definitely sized that team up. One of the losers I thought who should have been a winner was the Detroit Lions. Honestly, you have that pick in. You could have got Bijan Robinson. You traded back, and then you go reach for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah,
and that. I feel like they cost themselves. If they were going to go running back, you have the best running back, the generational talent, as they say, right now. So you definitely lost those first round picks. They definitely failed on both their first round picks. Then they reached for a defensive end, Luke Van Ness, I want to say, as well. So that was tough for me. But they came back second round. They got Brian Branch, who was the best safety out there. So they kind of redeemed themselves a little bit. They had so many picks. So I mean, you can't fudge so many.
They just got some more.
But
yeah.
So
did y'all see Luke Van Ness dad double tap the girl on the ass?
There's always some story about that in all these joints. There was another one last year. Somebody's dad in the stands or something tapping the girlfriend's ass.
I'm sorry.
We spoke
Hey, he
that
must know
Joe
damn
Burrow,
freaking dad, right?
The best dad in football is Pat Mahomes' dad. We smoking that Joe Barrow.
Hey, that was classic. I love that, man. I love
He
that.
said we smoking that Josh Allen today.
Hey, man.
But yeah,
I love
so Jay, how'd your Titans do?
Man,
Do we get the rant? Do we get the rant this week?
We
I'm
might.
not going. I'm not going to rant. It took me a while to process this. GX during the draft party, who I thought was going to be a bust. I said Will Levis, and damn it if my team didn't draft him. Not only did we draft him, we traded up to get him. I wasn't excited about the pick. I thought it was an actual bad pick. I thought we should have went receiver. I wish we would have got Jonathan Mingo, who ended up going to Carolina. Wide receiver is a huge need for us, although we drafted one last year. But overall, I think we did pretty decent. I didn't agree with all the picks. I didn't agree with getting Tajay Spears in the 3rd round either. I like him, but again, I thought we should have went receiver. So I give our draft maybe like a B-. I'm still an advocate for Malik Willis. I believe Malik Willis will be a star somewhere, but it might not be in Nashville with this move.
It ain't gonna be in Nashville.
I wish him much luck. Put as much pressure as you can on both quarterbacks. Do your thing. As far as my winners and losers of the draft, I think the Texans, Philadelphia Bulldogs, Seattle Seahawks, and the Arizona Cardinals. And yes, I said Philadelphia Bulldogs because Philadelphia drafted damn near every Georgia Bulldog they could if they, you know what I'm saying?
Now, I will say for Houston, I think they did good, but I think they also did bad at the same time because they had to give up a lot of picks to get back up at that number 3 spot. So these guys better pan out for them, or their future picks ain't going to work out as well.
And so that's what I was going to say too. My other winner was the Arizona Cardinals, and not just for their draft board, but how they set up next year. They got like 11 picks next year, and I think they got 2 picks in the 1st, 3rd, 4th, and 5th round of next year's draft. So they got a lot of draft capital going into next year. Supposed to be a heavy quarterback class, maybe a heavy wide receiver class, so they may be able to acquire more picks and go from there. They don't need a quarterback. They just paid Kyler, so maybe they get Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't know. Hope not, but my losers, the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots traded up. They got a kicker, and then they drafted a punter. We got to stop faking. This is where you might get my rant. We got to stop faking, man. Bill Belichick, man, has not put together a good draft. He when it comes to the NFL draft, his scouting team, they are not, I don't know what they see. They just seem to always kind of like botch the draft. I read a report where they said they kind of like made a move to kind of mess over the New York Jets, man. You're messing over your own team. Stop. You gotta just pay attention to your own team, Bill, man, and draft for your team, bro. But I don't think I think they was okay, but trading up to get a kicker and drafting the punter, yeah, nah. Nah.
Okay, so you said something about Arizona. If their new uniforms are any indication, they're going to suck this year. So they're probably going to get high draft picks, and that'll be dope for them. And maybe they can get a good team to build around them. But here comes the real rat this week. Hey, Raj, man, listen. I'll be on this show advocating for you. I'll be getting in Adam Silvers-ish for you. I believe in you. But it's something that pissed me off about this draft. Because, see, you almost had me back.
Oh, yeah.
You know what you pissed me off with? One HBCU player was drafted.
Yep.
When I know for a fact Jackson State had about 5 of them that should have been drafted. Now, you got to do something about that. I get the competition level is higher on the SEC and this, that, and the third. but it's something that's purposely done. Now, we all knew when Dion left, the HBCUs were going to get affected, but it shouldn't have got affected to the kids that was out there playing. And you're not talking to somebody that didn't watch HBCU football this year. I've been watching it for the last 3 years, and I've been saying there's good kids everywhere. There's good kids at Bethune-Cookman. There's good kids at Alabama A&M. There's good kids at Tennessee State. There's good kids at Jackson State still. A couple of the Jackson State kids did get picked up. The cornerback Nugget from here, from Landover, I believe he's from. He got picked up on a free agent contract to the Bears. Aubrey Miller got picked up. I think that was to the Dolphins. I don't remember. One of the wide receivers, I forgot his name at this moment, number 4, but he got picked up Dallas. He got picked
Jadakiss Bonds. I think is that him? Was his name Jadakiss Bonds? I think he got.
No. The only one that got drafted.
His name Jadakiss Bonds?
Huh?
Yeah. That's the receiver. The only one that got drafted was the guy from the Patriots, Isaiah Bolden.
Yeah, he was the only one that got drafted. That's the corner opposite of Travis Hunter. So we got to do more, man. We got to do more. I don't know if you got to get better scouts or your scouts got to travel a little bit more, but it shouldn't be because Coach Prime left. Everything has to go back to the way it was because it's not fair to these kids. And it really is not helping the league. I mean, you just seen with Houston up with Detroit. He was a Jackson State linebacker before Aubrey Miller. And look at him. You know, he was a 6th round. I believe he was a 6th round or 7th round pick. And he's an everyday starter now. There's some kids then that got that dog, and you just got to, just give them a chance, man. Give them a chance. I mean, I don't know. I was kind of disheartened by that. I was kind of looking forward to seeing some of the kids get drafted, and I didn't really see any of them get drafted. So, there's a kid there's a kid from Bethune-Cookman. I think he's number 14. He's a safety. He can help a team. I forgot his name. Like a lot of these kids, I just seen for the last 3 years. They've been really, really, really good playing foot. I've seen the level go up, and the SWAC and the MEAC as well. So yeah, man, give the HBCUs a chance. Don't give up on the HBCUs, and I'm looking forward to the HBCUs. I'm still going to watch. I'm gonna get my ESPN Plus package again to make sure I can see the games. But yeah, moving on.
I'm glad you brought that up, bro.
Speaking of some more football, DC Defenders, man, the best team in the city right now. The best team in the XFL.
Yeah.
You're reigning Northern Division champions, and they're playing in the XFL championship. Now, this is really not a big deal at first when you think about it, but it is because it's a DC team, kind of a big market, and it's the first time DC has been winners in a long time. Fellas, what you think about it, man? Like, are you guys Defenders fans?
It's a parade going down in my city. It's a parade going down in our city.
Are you gonna go?
I wish I could go. The game is in San Antonio. So
I'm talking about the parade if they win.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm going to the parade. I'm definitely gonna go to try to make my way down the parade, down Georgia Avenue and all that, man. I would love it, man. But nah, man, we gotta be excited, man. Anytime you got a parade possibly going down in your city, it's definitely a good for the city. You gotta put your support behind the team, man. The coach, Reggie Barlow, just won Coach of the Year. Shout out to him. And I believe he went to a HBCU, Virginia State.
I believe he did. I believe he came from a HBCU too.
Yeah, so shout out to him. They're playing pretty well. They're playing the team, the Arlington Renegades, that kind of gave them a little trouble the last time they played. To be honest, DC should have really blown them out. They kind of played sloppy down the end to kind of let them back in the game to even make it a game. So I'm with DC. I'm behind them. I'm rooting for them, man. I'm looking forward to the parade in our city. Coach Barlow, man, let's end it on a high note. Let's get this dub. My MVP is going to be Abram Smith, the leading rusher, I think he's got 750 yards and 7 touchdowns. Let's bring it home.
Okay. G-Money, what you think?
Hey, I back my man Jay on this. Let's go DC Defenders. Hometown guys, Hey, I'm picking a hometown sport here. It ain't no Commanders or nothing, but hey, let's go Defenders. Let's go Defenders.
Best team in DC.
Defend for DC. Hey, defenders, man. I mean, no, I didn't see it coming. But then again, I didn't know what teams were playing. So I didn't know what was going on. All I knew that the DC team they had a team. They just wear all red, and they're the red and white, and they're pretty good. I've seen a couple of their games. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. I've seen a couple of their games. Shouts out to the XFL. Hopefully it sticks around this time. It's pretty good football. It's a definitely. I don't think it's an alternative to the NFL yet, but it's definitely something to keep. You know, if you like football or if you don't watch the NFL, right after the NFL goes off, you got something to watch.
Keep that beer snake going.
Yeah, hey, they be getting live out in the stands.
Hey man, they be getting live. The defenders, whatever they call. Hey, listen. So moving on, hockey. Let's keep this brief, fellas, because that's what happened to this playoff. The Boston Bruins and the defending champions Colorado Avalanche make an early exit. They
Face
got
plant.
sent packing early. G Money, what you think, man?
Hey, I did bring it up the last time the Boston Bruins had the best record in the NHL, they lost and did
You did
not
say
win the
that.
finals. And I don't think they went out first round last time, but they went out first round this time to the Florida Panthers. So that's not cool. Jay's team, the New York Rangers, also went out. Hey, we're not picking hockey this year, but my Oilers are still in there. Edmonton Oilers, you know,
I like
they're
them.
still alive.
You call them.
They're on the one side of the playoffs, so I still got them. But hey, they did. I will say this. They said this is the most viewed NHL playoffs that has happened in forever.
In the
I want
first
to,
round.
yeah, for the
That
first
ain't
round.
the same way. After this first round, they're gonna go down.
Yeah, all the big teams are getting knocked out. So that's interesting.
Got you. Jay Jones.
Man, yeah. I figured Boston was gonna go home. Not this early. I projected the Rangers would knock them out. It's a failure for Boston. I know Giannis made a speech about teams failing, but this is bad. They led the league in most points and all that. For them to get knocked out and have a 3-1 lead in the
Yeah,
play and then get knocked out and at home, like that's
Home.
bad. That's bad, bro. That's a failure. The Avalanche, I kind of figured they were gonna go hurt. They were injured. They had a lot of players hurt, so I'm not really surprised that they went home. I mean, they're the champs, but they were banged up. But I am surprised about an expansion team or new team, the Seattle Kraken. They are cracking. You heard me. They out there doing their thing. They out there.
Beast Mode owns a part of them.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
So shout out to the Kraken, man. Seattle Kraken, they making some noise, man. I'm not sure what their series is with Dallas right now, but I know they won, I think, the first game. So shout out to them. My Rangers, they went home. I was a little disappointed with that too, but hey, these playoffs been hot. This sport's been sporting.
Hey man, listen, my team didn't make it, so we can't really talk about it. I'm a Caps fan, but we'll be back. And
We'll be
OVB
back.
Trust. And
Yes,
OVB
sir.
Trust. I see you with the cap on, Jay, up there.
Yes, sir.
Hey, let's get into some baseball real quick. What you guys think so far about the season? How's everything going? How's your teams going? How are your picks going? G Money, let's go.
I mean, baseball has been surprising this year. There's a couple surprise teams out there. We said Pittsburgh Pirates is one of them. Texas Rangers. I did call Texas Rangers going to be winning the series, or I called them in the playoffs at least. But I also said St. Louis is going to win their division, and they're dead last right now in their division. So that's been very interesting in baseball. There's a lot of teams that are surprising people, a lot of teams that are supposed to be doing good and not doing good. And injuries happen. Injuries happen to a lot of teams.
Got you. Jay Jones, what you got going on in baseball? You know what I got.
Man, yeah, man. My boys are doing their thing. I'm happy. They're rolling. They've had a few injuries. My boy Acuna Jr. has been doing this thing. He just won Player of the Month. So I'm happy for that. I know it's a long season, but it's always good to start off well. But a few surprises though, man. Like G said, man, and Mars said it last week too. The Baltimore Orioles are 21-10, second place behind the Rays, man. Gotta definitely give them some love, man. I'm trying to go see them play my boy Otani. He comes into town soon. Yeah, man, the Dodgers, they were slumming for a minute as well, but they
Turn it
finally started turning it around. They got your boy Bryce Harper the other day, kind of smacked them. But San Diego's kind of mediocre too, but it's still
They've
still
been on a
early.
cold streak. All the hitters have not been hitting so far. So once they turn it around, they just pop off real quick.
Yeah, man. But outside of that, man, it's so far baseball has been baseball and it's been pretty decent. So glad to see Bryce is back and some of the big names, Fernando Tatis back as well. But hey, so far so good.
Okay, cool. And I'm happy to see my guy back, man. Hey, Bryce, man, I need a jersey. The number 3, number 34, whichever one you got. Just throw me a jersey, man. 3X. I know your team got them. There's plenty of people that, what I'm saying, that probably don't wear baseball jerseys my size, but I wear them. So go ahead and throw me the jersey, and I will appreciate it. I'm glad you're back.
Hey, can I say one thing? Shout out to you for posting that Ken Griffey documentary. I definitely appreciate that. I definitely watched some of it. I didn't get the chance to watch all of it. And another surprise is the Yankees are at the bottom of their division right now.
Yes.
Hey, if you don't know what Jay's talking about, hop on our Facebook group, The Man Cave Sports Podcast on Facebook. Join us. Post a lot of stuff out there, and it's very entertaining, also informative. You know how we do out here.
Yes. I was going to mention that too, because Ken Griffey doc, a lot of people haven't seen it because it was on the Major League Baseball Network. It wasn't on ESPN, and a lot of people, out of all the major sports networks, I'm guessing Major League and then NHL one is probably the least watched. I know NFL Network is watched a lot. I know NBA Network is watched a lot, but I don't know too many people that are into the Major League network. So a lot of people didn't get to catch that Ken Griffey doc. Man, that doc is amazing, man. It's an amazing documentary. So if you're in the Man Cave Sports group on Facebook, or you want to just see it, come on over to our group. We posted it in there, and watch it and enjoy it.
The link is below. Click the more button.
Yes, if you click show more, all that's in there. So yeah. This weekend, I believe it is this weekend, got some horses racing.
Ooh.
Seabiscuit.
We're gonna go to our horse racing correspondent and aficionado, G Money. What's going on, man? What these horses doing this weekend, man?
Oh man. Well, I don't know about the horse racing aficionado, but you better get your mint juleps ready, and you better be sipping them things with some big old hats, as they say down in Kentucky. Get your big old hats on.
If
Get
Tom
ready to
Brady
watch
is
some.
there, if Tom Brady is there, he's playing this year. Mark my word.
Oh shit.
If Tom Brady's there, he's playing.
Mark my word.
So the favorite at the Kentucky Derby is Wet Paint. Odds ain't the best right now. It's 5-2, so that's not the best bet for your money's banger, But they got Botanical at 4-1, South Lawn 8-1, Affirmative Lady 10-1, Pretty Mischievous 10-1, Wonder Wheel 12-1, Defining Purpose 12-1, The Alice Look 15-1, Gambling Girl 15-1, and Tell Me Noli's 15-1 as well. A couple other ones, Playing Connection as well. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm going by names. That's how I bet my Kentucky Derby bets. Don't be mad at me, and don't take my advice for this. I'm letting y'all know. Fine print. Do not trust G Money's picks for the Kentucky Derby. But they might hit. You never know. I've been hitting lately when I'm calling them. I like Wonder Wheel. I like Affirmative Lady, and there was another. I like Gambling Girl. I like those because they're better odds than the favorites. But if you want to take a favorite, Botanical or Wet Paint, easy favorites pretty much. The way you make the most money though, you pick 1, 2, and 3 in the right order. That's a banger.
I ain't even gonna say what I thought you was about to say when you said Wet Paint. I thought it was about to be something different. So
hey, we're gonna move right on from that, because listen, I know nothing about this.
At all.
None of them. I just know people dress up and go to the Kentucky Derby. Never the horse that everyone says is going to win, because it's supposed to be. Have we ever seen a Triple Crown winner in our lifetime?
Yeah,
I feel like in the early
feel like we
2000s, I
have.
think.
Yeah, I forget the name. I forget the name of it, but we definitely have.
I
I
just
don't
know
think we have.
Seabiscuit.
I don't think we have in our lifetime.
Hold on.
I don't think so. I think that it maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. All I know is
I know
every year.
the horse that won the last big race. He's out. He's out of the Kentucky.
See what I mean? That's what I was
Yeah.
about to say. Every time we get our hopes up, and it's about to be this historic horse is about to break all the records. Either they get hurt or they lose. So I know nothing about this. If you're betting out there, bet safely, bet responsibly, and do what you need to do. G Money, you got any more bets this weekend?
I will say I know I was on last episode talking about I got the Suns. I am going to officially jump off that bandwagon with Carmar, and I think the Nuggets are going to do what they do. Jamal Murray, he got the bench. The Suns, I don't think they're going to pull this one out anymore.
Yeah, with Chris Paul being hurt.
But you can't call me stupid.
Nah, man.
Hurts.
Kyrie on the way.
No,
On his way to Phoenix.
I think Phoenix too hot for Kyrie.
They look bad though. Phoenix looks bad right now. They look bad.
It's gonna be tough.
Any more bets than anybody got? What bet would you take this weekend, Jay?
DC Defenders, baby.
It's not this
Parade in our
weekend.
city.
Not this weekend.
That's
It's 13th.
oh shit, that's May 13th. Damn. My bad. I was excited.
Next episode. Clip that.
Yeah. DC Defenders next week. But I'm not sure, man. I haven't even looked at this weekend right now. So I'm gonna say just stay away from it right now. Just
Bryce Harper home run bet. Put it in the books. Put it in the books for Mike T.
All right.
And I got one for you that is not usually what we're doing here. I got Cody Rhodes over Brock Lesnar this weekend at WWE Backlash. Yes, okay. I got Cody Rhodes over Brock Lesnar. Only because they're telling the story. But here we are at the end of our show. It's time for us to go. But before we go, let me let you guys, let the people know where you're coming from, where you got to go, where to find you. First of all, before I say that, the Man Cave Sports Group, make sure you right below here, like G Money said, you click on that link and you can get in our group. We share everything, man, all the sports, highlights, different topics and different conversations about sports. We are a welcoming group. We do not, if you want to say something and you want to give your opinion, we're not one of those people that if you don't like LeBron, hey, you don't like LeBron. If you don't like Michael Jordan, hey, you don't like Michael Jordan.
Sorry for your luck.
Right. We let you express yourself and join the group. So, G-Money, where can they find you, man?
Hey, you can find me on Twitter again at G-Money Caveman, blue check. Hey, I talk Cowboys as much as I can out there. I spit facts on sports, and I make some good comments every once in a while. Entertainment at its best. Come holler at us.
And
yes, sir.
Jay Jones.
Man, Jay Jones on Twitter, IG, Facebook, and TikTok. And of course, the Man Cave Sports Group. Holler at us. We posting. I'm talking everything, man. Come join. Come holler.
Hey, Mike T304 on Twitter. Michael Turner on Facebook. Instagram, M Turner 304. I forgot my names were, so I had a little brain freeze real quick. I forgot. You can also find Wildcard Mar on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well. Make sure you follow him. Hit the like, subscribe on all 613 content. Fridays, we got the Facts Crew dropping each and every Friday. Saturdays, you got us, the Man Cave Sports Podcast. And Sundays, you got Foes Up, Quads Down, Four Corner Boys. Also on Friday, you got the Cranked Out Go Happy Hour for yourself, Hollywood Mike T. I'm a totally different person on that show. So make sure you come tune into that show as well. And look, we're just here to give you entertainment and just to keep you pleased, man. Keep you pleased. So like G Money always says, hit that like, subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a friend to tell another friend. And AJ, what we about to do, man? What do we do to end this?
Shut the door on their ass.
Deuces, man. Gone.
Peace.